10 techniques to improve your communication in English. Hello and welcome. I am Jackie and welcome to my channel, Ask Jackie. Most of the time I do these videos in Portuguese, but a lot of you have been requesting more English videos. So this video is for you entirely in English. However, if you want subtitles in English or in Portuguese, you can just click on the captions icon and select the language that you would like to see the subtitles in. Okay, so in this lesson, you're going to learn 10 simple but really effective techniques. Are you ready? Number 1, practice regularly by yourself. So we all know the phrase practice makes perfect, but sometimes being perfect is not very attainable. So I like to say practice makes progress. We get better through practice, right? So what are some ways that you can practice regularly, meaning every day by yourself? The first one is to rehearse what you want to say, but in front of a mirror. When you speak in front of a mirror, you pay close attention to the position of your tongue and to your facial expressions, and all of that is part of communication. Also, if there are some words that are really difficult for you to pronounce, a tip that has helped me tremendously is to practice saying those words in a very exaggerated way. For example, when I was learning Portuguese, the nasal sounds were really hard because in English, we don't have nasal sounds. So for example, words like não and pão and limão were really, really hard for me. So what I did was I practiced these words in a super exaggerated, ridiculous way. So the word no or no, I would say no, no, no in a very, very exaggerated way. No one needs to see you doing this, but it just gets you more comfortable making those sounds. So certain sounds in English, like the TH sounds, are especially tricky. So I highly recommend that you just practice saying this, these, those, thank you. Practice it in a very exaggerated way because in a real life situation, you won't speak like that, but it just gets you more comfortable making those sounds, okay? And the third way that you can practice regularly, and I actually do this with Spanish almost every day while I'm driving my car. I listen to the radio in Spanish, and as I'm listening, I will repeat, I will shadow what the radio hosts and radio announcers speak. So you can listen to any content in English, and it really doesn't matter what the content is. All you're going to do is listen and repeat, copying the rhythm, the intonation, just copying it exactly like you hear it. And that's just a great way to get that physical practice of speaking. Number 2, seek feedback or constructive criticism from yourself and others. So how do you get feedback from other people or even from yourself? How do you know where you need to improve? So my favorite way to do this is to record yourself. So every day, grab your phone, create a WhatsApp group with only yourself if you want to, and just record. Speaking out loud. You can start off by just saying the words you know. It could be like a personal diary talking about what you need to do throughout the day. You can pull up some speaking prompts and talk about those things. But it's a really effective practice because when you record, you have the opportunity to go back and listen to what you recorded. And it can also be on video. I know for me, when I first started recording videos, it was very difficult, but it was such a great learning opportunity because I noticed bad habits that I had while speaking and even certain facial expressions that I was making that I wasn't aware of. So recording yourself is incredibly helpful. I recommend it to everybody I know. And if you know someone or if you're working with a teacher, you can even ask this person to listen to your recordings and to give you personalized feedback. You know, what words am I using too frequently? Or in which situations does the intonation not sound natural? Or what words am I mispronouncing? So if you're not recording yourself every day, definitely start doing that. Okay, number 3, if you get anxious while speaking with another person, like a native speaker, or even speaking in front of a group, take the focus off yourself. And this is something that I struggled with as well. I still, to this day, I get really nervous when I have to speak in front of a big group of people. But one thing that has helped me tremendously is I don't need to worry about what they think of me. Just focus on them and the content and the communication. Because when we are in our heads, worried about what every single person in the audience or what this person is possibly thinking of us, it distracts us from the content and from being able to communicate. So we end up just feeling really anxious, and it just creates a big block when we want to speak. So take the focus off yourself and just focus on, I am here for this person, or I am here to communicate this message, and just give all your energy to that. Number 4, while speaking, be clear and concise. So that means speak direct to the point. Avoid unnecessary details. Don't go off on tangents. Avoid over-explaining. You don't need to try to be charming or funny. Just try focusing on the content and be clear and concise. Number 5, this is a really, really important tip. Never pass up an opportunity to practice. So many of us want to wait until we're a little bit better or a little bit more comfortable or we're ready. But guess what? We're never ready. You have to start before you're ready. And when opportunities come your way in which you can actually practice your speaking, don't let them pass by. Take advantage. So anytime you have an opportunity to speak English, take advantage of that opportunity and practice. And really, who cares if you make a mistake? That's how we learn. Number 6, when you're speaking with other people, practice active listening. Active listening is a really important skill. So basically, when another person is talking, do not interrupt them. Don't look away or go on your phone. Give them eye contact, nod your head, use appropriate facial expressions and things like, yeah, okay, just to show that you're engaged and you're listening to what they're saying. Another really important thing is to ask questions and show interest. Everybody loves when someone shows genuine interest in them. So if you want to improve your overall communication skills, if you want people to want to talk to you, active listening will really help you. Number 7, have you ever wondered, what am I communicating non-verbally? So we all know what verbal communication is, right? But we also communicate non-verbally through our facial expressions, our posture, our body language, our gestures. Non-verbal communication is a really great tool to use while talking to other people, especially if you don't feel so confident about your verbal communication. So make sure to have an open posture, stand up straight, smile, nod, make eye contact when appropriate. You can even use gestures or props like a phone or glasses to get your point across and make the conversation a little bit more interesting. Number 8, and this is a really important one. Don't draw attention to yourself in a negative way. Many times, especially when we're a little bit insecure, we start off a conversation saying, oh, I'm sorry about my pronunciation, or, oh my goodness, my hair is a mess, or whatever it is you're insecure about. We tend to talk about it. Maybe we're just looking for some reassurance or something like that. But most of the time, people don't even notice. And what we end up doing is just drawing attention to our insecurities. So whatever you feel insecure about, just don't mention it, and focus again on the person that you're talking to, actively engage with them, and just focus on trying to communicate in a clear and concise way. Number 9, adapt your language to your audience. So again, this is another thing that is really important. throughout the day, we all adapt our language. If you're talking to a child, if you're talking to a police officer, if you're talking to your friend at the bar, if you're talking to your in-laws, the language you use, the tone you use, all of that changes. So just be aware of the audience, of who you're speaking to, and make sure to make the appropriate adjustments as needed. Number 10, this is the most important tip, and honestly, this has been the tip that I think has helped me the most. Learn by example. Who are some speakers or people maybe that you know from work or from your personal life that you admire, that you think they have really good communication skills? And who are some people that you don't admire, you don't think they have good communication skills? All of these examples are opportunities for us to learn from. When you're listening to podcasts, interviews, or just observing other conversations, many times you will be a little bit bothered by some people's habits, or you might be drawn in to people like a magnet, be like, wow, I just love the way he expresses himself, or she talks too much and she interrupts people, or she uses the word like all the time. It's annoying me. All of these opportunities, all of these people that are examples, they are here to teach us what we like and what we don't like. And what bothers you and what you like is different than it might be for somebody else. And that's okay. That's all how you create your own speaking style. So your homework is the next time that you're listening to an interview in English, or you're just observing a conversation, just pay attention. What is it that you like about the people speaking? What habits do they have that you think are really good? Maybe they're really great at asking questions and showing interest and being active listeners. Or maybe they have some bad habits. Maybe they say like, or I mean, or all the time, and it gets a little bit distracting and irritating. So by watching and observing, we learn a lot about ourselves, and then we just apply and start practicing the things that we like. And little by little, we try to break our own bad habits. So again, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson, and practice makes progress. All we have to do is just practice and make improvements little by little each day. And I hope these 10 tips will help you get started on communicating more effectively in English. If you would like to download a PDF of all of these tips and see some more examples, I'm going to put a PDF file in my Telegram group. The link is in the description. It's completely free. And again, thanks for watching until the end. Let me know what you thought about this all English video if you want more of these. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.